All right. Welcome, guys, to the Terrible Towel post-game show brought to you by the Steel Basement. I am your host, SimFBallCritic, and yes, the Pittsburgh Steelers get the victory over the Los Angeles Rams. I didn't see it coming. I'll be honest with you, and I would say, listen, I wasn't as optimistic as everyone else, and I'm going to explain to you why. And my optimism, to be honest, my non-optimism, my pessimism, pessimism came to fruition. Even though we won the game, what I was not, excited about actually played out. So we're going to get into all of that. I'd like to welcome all of you guys to the show, man. And I think Kenya might be coming on to accompany me in the roundtable situation tonight. So Kenyon, if you're already there, if you hear me speaking, go ahead and call in. If not, I'll send you the number. I'm sure you already know the number. But we're going to get into this thing, man. So how's everybody doing? First and foremost, how you guys feeling about that victory? I'll wait a few moments and let a lot of you guys get up in here. If you want to call in tonight, I'm going to be honest. We got to be short, like always, with the calls. Because obviously, if we're going to have Kenyon and Tony, when he's able to come on, more so the round table, we're not going to take as many calls. But definitely, if you want to call in, please feel free, and we'll try to get you in if we can. Remember, guys, the phone number is area 619-924-0818. Let me check with my brother Kenyon and make sure he has the phone number. Yeah, let me make sure. All right, I'm just texting him right now. All right, so let's get it cracking. And you guys who are already in the phone queue, y'all know we always have to check because, Blog Talk Radio is a little suspect. Area code 909 as well as area code 814. If you also are listening to the stream, can you confirm via chat that you're able to hear me through your phone as well? Let's confirm that. And if not, we know we have to do our little workaround situation. So please confirm that. So right out the gate, and it looks like Kenyon is in. So we're going to bring Kenyon on in a little bit. Let me get through my little jazz, talk about my few things, and then I'll get Kenyon on. But let's go ahead and give some shout outs really quick, man. I see a lot of you guys already here, man. As always, Michael Garment. He's already there. What's up to Michael Garment? John Devil, The Hawk, Smitty, Christian Gonzalez, Throwback Music. Not sure I've seen your name before. Sherman Slaughter. Damn you, Tony. Okay. All right. I fill in the username, I guess. Y Diggy, Bronco G, Pino P, Clifton Millender, Rajon 39, Yag TV, Relfax in the building, Ray Johnson 1, Laquan Lighty, Casey Silver, Jay Will, Lanisha, how you doing? Lanisha's in the building. We always got to honor our ladies. Reggie Carter, User Stick, and we will end it with Lawrence Holcomb. What's going on? If I missed anybody, y'all know. No, not nothing personal, but we got to keep the show going. So, all right, guys, confirm, and I know Kenyon is probably listening as well. Make sure you can hear me in the queue. Make sure you can hear me in the phone queue. All right? Please confirm that. Somebody do it. Kenyon, just shoot me a text and let me know that you can hear me that way. What's up, Debbie? Again, got to say what's up and a respect due to our ladies in the chat. All right, let's see. My cousin Floyd just texted me. Hey, Floyd, yo, man. If you want to get in on the round table, you're welcome. So let me know. All you got to do is call the number, brother, and you know what it is. All right, Kenyon says they can hear me. All right, great. So, all right, let's go ahead and roll into some of my takes. I don't want to be too long, man, because I want to save most of the time for allow you guys to hear somebody else's voice instead of mine. Man, y'all know I'm going to get to the negatives first, all right? Negatives first. First and foremost. Ball security. What is going on with the ball security? Let me remind you guys who didn't perhaps see the game. First play of the game, the first series of the game, okay? Marquise Pouncey hikes the ball clear over Mason Rudolph's head. And the Rams are able to pick it up, score, and they get a touchdown, right? Now, let's remember. You guys remember when we came on this show after the Chargers game? What were we saying? Marquise Pouncey all over the place with the snap. What was going on with that? Some high, some low, some left, some right. And tonight, once again, because it wasn't just the one that he threw over Rudolph's head. Later on in the game, you still start, you saw some situations where the snap was a little funny. What is going on with him? Was it because Aaron Donald was lined up across from him? I don't know. I'll have to look at the tape and see where Donald was in that particular situation. But what is the deal with that? And the funniest thing about it is the Rams would not have, would not have had a touchdown had we not given it to them. Their defense scored their only touchdown. The Rams, people. Wow. And round of applause and shout outs to BG74 for the donation. Let's small little applause break here. Definitely appreciate that, man. He says, love you, Steeler Nation. Let's beat those Browns. We'll get to that. But yeah, man, ball security and Marquise Pouncey, man, I'm really keeping my eye on that. This is the second game. And this one actually come back to bite us. We gave the ball up for a touchdown. So then, what happens after that? We put Deontay Johnson there to field a couple punts. Muff the punt. Well, he didn't muff it. Excuse me, I had that wrong. He was trying to make too much happen. In a way, I'm kind of excited about that because at least he looks like he's trying to make something happen. Had a decent return later in the game. Things that we're not seeing from Switzer. And oh boy, we're going to get into Switzer. We're definitely going to talk about Switzer. But I'm not mad at him trying to do, some things. But sometimes it's a thing called doing too much. He was doing a little too much, got the ball knocked out. And I was a little upset right there for two reasons. I don't like to see guys fumble. We didn't turn the ball over, but I don't like to see him fumble. Also, what I didn't like about that is I thought to myself, Tomlin might not put him back there again because you know how Tomlin does. If somebody fumbles, he hates to see that, right? So I was a little scared for Johnson at that point. So then, later on in the game, great play by Washington. Washington makes a great play. Catch down the middle of the field. He gets the ball knocked out. And we got donations coming in, man. So I'm going to hit the round of applause for you guys in a minute. But let me call you guys names out. Let's say Christian Gonzalez, Sloth Legacy, as well as Damn You Tony. And I'll definitely get, let me pause and read their comments because part of that is it highlights their comments. So let me pause myself really quick. We'll throw you the round of applause. Let's go ahead and do that. Much appreciated, guys. And again, if you guys want to donate like these guys are doing, click the $ in the bottom of the chat. You're able to do it here on YouTube. If you prefer outside YouTube, which I actually do as well, I got to be honest with you guys, but I take it all. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, if you prefer to do it outside of YouTube, Cash App, as well as PayPal, that information is in the description. But let's read their comments. Christian Gonzalez says, can we say Stud Dupree yet? We're getting close. I will say that. At least I'm saying that. But let's ask Kenyon that question when I get him on the line. I can't even get Kenyon to call him Bud yet, so we already know how that goes. Slav Legacy says, love you, Sim. Hey, man, love you back. He says, I'm sorry. I'm a top donator. So I don't know if you're saying you're sorry. Whatever you're saying you're sorry for, whether you meant to say I am a top donator or I'm not, don't feel bad about any of that. I'm happy with whatever it is you're doing. If your comments keep popping, I don't mind at all. So don't be sorry for whatever you're doing. And then Damn You Tony says, sending much love to you, Sim, from San Diego 619 area, frequent viewer. Usually can't make the live though. Great game by the defense, and thank you, Miami. Hey man, I appreciate the donation as well. Checking in all the way out on the West Coast. Same thing Kenyon does. So anytime you guys are checking in from way out there, I always love that. And I appreciate it. All right, let's get back to what I was saying, man. Ball security again. Next series, defense forces a sack after that James Washington situation, right? And Minka scoops and scores. We're going to talk about Minka a little later, so it didn't really hurt us, but still, ball security. And then Hayden drops a pick off. I think right after that series, it might have been the same series because my notes are all over the place. But we all remember when we saw Hayden drop an interception. Made some great plays tonight. He got an interception, but he also dropped one. And I kind of call that ball security too, because we got to take advantage of all of these situations. And then Vance McDonald fumbles in the fourth quarter. Almost lost that ball away. So it was crazy. It was crazy. Here's what else I didn't like about the night. Steelers receivers had 4 drops. Vance McDonald had a drop. I think James Washington had one. I know Deontay Johnson had one early in the game. Wide open, he drops the ball. He redeemed himself on that same drive on 3rd down. But dropped the ball. I don't like that. And Juju had a drop. And then Juju made a couple clutch catches as well. And Juju, made a few catches on Ramsey. So it was kind of interesting seeing how some of our guys were getting open when Rudolph was able to get the ball to them. Very interesting, man. So, excuse me. I say all that to say this. Ball security, and I link all of that together. Can't have the drops. That can't be happening. We cannot be fumbling the ball. Can't be doing that. And then also, if you can help it, let's try to not drop interceptions. When you get it in your clutches, I need you to catch the ball. Period. All right, here's another negative. Time management by Randy Fichtner. Okay? I want to say this was I think this was at right before the half. And yeah, it was about a minute and some odd seconds left. Minute and 10, minute and 15, something like that. Y'all remember this? Randy Fichtner puts the ball in the air 3 times. 3 times. We give the ball right back to the Rams. And we never ran the ball because they only had 1 timeout at that time, if you guys remember. Didn't force them to use their timeout. We give them the ball back. Now, I will be honest, my memory's a little fuzzy from the game. I can't remember if that was the possession they got the field goal on or was it in the second half. I can't remember. But either way, the point I'm making is, at that point, at least run the football 1 time. At least run the football 1 time to make them burn their timeout. And then you can try to run again or maybe pass if you want to, but don't pass 3 consecutive times and give the ball right back. Because I believe on the 2nd down, Samuels gets the ball and he runs out the bounds and stops the clock. So we got to be better in those situations. And the play call in those situations, in my opinion, I didn't like that from Randy Fichtner. You trying to be aggressive, and our offense ain't even moving the ball tonight. Come on, man. All right, let me speed through this, man, because I want to get Kenyon on here as soon as possible. There's another situation I didn't like. We're on about our 4-yard line or so. Y'all remember this? I know y'all gonna remember this. We run play action against Aaron Donald and Clay Matthews and Fowler, Brockers, guys who have been, causing some havoc all game. You decide to go play action fake with that offense at that point of the game on your own 4-yard line or so, and Rudolph gets hit and he gives up the safety. What were we thinking? Now, let's play devil's advocate for a moment. Maybe the Rams are waiting for the run. We go play action and hit somebody over the middle. Okay, I see that point. But we're talking about the way our offense had been producing all night. Mason Rudolph wasn't comfortable, really, in the pocket. Whether it was him rushing throws or whether it was just pressure in his face, our offense was not clicking. I was not confident in the offense as far as the offensive line well enough at that moment in the game to run play action from your 4-yard line. I don't understand what Randy Fichtner was thinking there. I understand the logic technically. Yeah, we're going to try to catch him off guard, but no, buddy. Not the way the game had been going. Mistake, Randy. And we give up a sack. Come on, man. And we give up 2 points. Idiotic play call by Randy Fichtner at that moment. Just my opinion. Now let me see if there's another one that I want to go into real quick before I get Kenyon on. No, that's about it. There was some couple things, man, but I'm sure me and Kenyon are going to go into it. One other thing I wanted to say, I'm going to give a round of applause to my head coach. Y'all mind if I do that? Round of applause to Coach Tomlin. What a gutsy call going for it on that 4th and 1. Or it might have been 4th and 2, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Gutsy. Gutsy. Because if I'm not mistaken, that was the drive where we continued to drive down. I wanted a touchdown. I felt like if we could get a touchdown there, the game could have been over. But we at least got a field goal out of that. Gutsy call by Coach Tomlin, basically acknowledging, look, man, the offense is struggling, but I got to do something here. And whether his intention was to give the defense a little more rest, to try to get the first down and keep the drive going, or I don't know. There was no reason for him to be confident in the offense at this point. That offense, guys, is a problem. And again, I'm going to wait until I get Kenyon on, but I'm going head in on that. I told you guys what I was afraid about in this game, and it came into fruition. That offense got a little rhythm going later. There was a few times where Mason was doing a few things, but it's just, ooh. It is exactly what I said. I did not trust us to score points against the Rams defense, and we technically didn't really score any points. Great touchdown to James Washington. James Washington had a great game, but the rest of that game, you take Minka's scoop and score away, and the one drive where we get a field goal, we put up 10 points, man. That ain't gonna get it done if we have aspirations like some of you guys have that we're gonna make a run. Nah, we're not beating a lot of teams like that. But yeah, just wanted to give Mike Tomlin his just due. Let me get Kenyon on here, man. Let me get the phone, and we're gonna chop it up. So hold tight, guys. And like I said, we'll try to get to the phone calls. There's a bunch of them in here. Let me let Kenyon get some things off his chest really quick, and then we'll let you guys have at it. All right, Kenyon, man. We have been texting all game, man. So, it ain't much you got to share with me, but what you want to tell the people, man? What's the first reaction to this win and what you saw in this game, man?
The defense is playing really great right now. The offense got to help. If we'd have lost the game, I really would have put the loss on the offensive players.
Yeah.
Besides Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph actually played a very good, manageable game. He did what he was supposed to do, and those receivers dropping those balls. I mean, those numbers will look really different if those receivers weren't dropping those balls. That includes Juju.
Yep.
That includes Deontay, Vance. Jalen, anybody you want to name?
Oh yeah, Jalen. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, remember he dropped the third down ball.
That's right.
That would have been a first. So, I really would have put it on them. The O-line played well. I was actually kind of, I thought Chooks actually played good because we haven't seen him. So he actually played okay, and so that didn't really bother me. I think us not really being able to run the ball. The reality of the situation is we just couldn't run the Aaron Donald side. So the counter worked. When we ran the counter away from Donald, we would get yards. But the penalty killed us in each situation. Each time we tried to get a drive starter, the penalty would kill us. Holding. It's always holding. It's always something like that. You know what I mean? Nick Vannett got that hold off the 15-yard run that Tony Brooks got. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Which would have been a bigger run. So, other than that, that's my take from the game so far as what the Steelers did offensively. As far as defensively, we gave them 9 points, but the defense played so good. I just didn't want the defense to be out there a long time. And like you were texting me earlier, it makes you less confident. You get more nervous.
Yeah.
When they have to keep going back out there and 3 and outs and all that stuff. So those are my two main takes from the game. What I saw, the defense was playing well. 48 played good again today. Stop people in the chat.
What's his name, man?
Stop trying to make me say his name. Look, I told y'all the progression. It's so funny how y'all forget so fast. Look, for you to lose your name to me, you have to get your name back. You got to play like that 2 or 3 years. This is 6 games, 7 games, 8 games. And you want me to call him by his real name after he stunk it up for 3 years? Think about that. Get back to me when you play like that 3 years and we have a discussion. It's not happening, real. I'm not saying his name. So, and Leonard, I'm not saying his name. Everybody else, I'm not saying his name. So stop asking me. He is 48 until further notice. He'll lose that name. He'll lose the name if he plays like this. If we re-sign him, he plays like this next year. I'll give him his name back. Because really, the progression is from 48 to Elmer to his real name.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Elmer.
He got to get back. He got to get back to Elmer before he can get back to his real name.
Oh man.
So he's two words away from that. But that would be my main takes from what I saw so far in the game. I think, like you said, Sam, it's a me and you have a positive outlook on Mason. We kind of like him, but it's the offense just didn't help him today.
Yeah, man.
And like those bad calls with Randy, like the bad mismanagement, especially when you get two safeties 2 weeks in a row. I mean, it's almost like it's unforgivable. It's kind of like, you can get fired for that. You know what I mean? It's like you really can't. But it's kind of like I don't understand what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to get them space because they had been running the ball and weren't getting anywhere. But my point is that when you're where you're at, you just run the ball.
Yeah, man.
Just run the ball. So that was my takes as far as the game goes. I'll wait for my other rant. I'm just gonna hold that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Because we got a lot of things to get into. So what we'll do right now, guys, we'll bring a few calls on. You guys are seeing me. Oh wow, that kind of remind me of the Joe Hayden situation right there. Y'all see me looking.
Yeah.
I'm watching the game here. And Leonard, what I tell you before I left your house, I like the Vikings in this game. I just feel it. But yeah, he had an interception right there. So y'all forgive me for that, man. I'm a football person. So even after this show, I'm gonna finish watching this game. But anyway, back to the Steelers. We're gonna bring in a few calls. And again, man, I gotta ask y'all. I keep trying to ask, but if you can't hold up, we're gonna have to mute you. So let's keep it short, in and out. And we'll take, say, 3 of these, and then me and Kenya to talk a little more, and then we may take a few more after that. So first up, area code 909. What you got for us, man?
Mississippi! We won, bro. 05 Steelers. Woo! What happened? 6 seed, 1 Super Bowl. Not saying the same. Hold on, wife's calling me. Gotta reject you. Love you, baby. But anyways, Mr. Kenyon. Say his name when no one is around you. Say, but I love you. And she calling me back. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, man, you gotta go. Don't get in trouble with wifey, man. Happy life, man. Happy wife, happy life. Kenyon, you gotta say his name, Kenyon, man. I'm gonna get Kenyon to do it, man, before the season, though. No, it ain't gonna happen.
I don't know what. It's not gonna happen.
He's an Aries, guys. He's an Aries. I already know.
Exactly.
When that mind made,
I don't know why you even said that.
Yeah. That mind made up.
I don't know why you said that. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do it. I'm not even gonna try. So I already know. But all right, man. Next up, 814. What you got for us?
Hey, man. What's up?
What's up, man?
Hey, I thought that Nick's being out had a big impact on the running game.
Mm-hmm.
I think on the defense overall, I think everything starts up front. I think that the secondary is able to capitalize on the mistakes that the offensive line of the other team is making after all the pressure that we're able to get. So I think the play call and the goal on there for the safety about just poured it out a curse word after that one. That was insane, man. I got so mad, but there were a bunch of Steeler fans at the bar that I was at, so that was a fun environment. Steeler Nation, man, big win. Here we go.
Yeah, man, big win, and I can't agree more with everything you said, man. That defense, and I think me and Kenyon are gonna attack that right after this next call, but boy, that defense, man, we're gonna talk about it. Area code 803. What you got for us?
Hey, brother, how you doing this evening?
We good, man.
I like to have a survey one day to find out what's the average age of a Steeler fan, because they're taking years off my life. But this was a big win. Big shout out to the defense. got to give the offensive line a shout out because this week the offense was a mash unit, and I hope that we get a couple of pieces back going into Thursday night for a big win. And thank you so much.
Appreciate it, man. And you guys are doing wonderful on the time. Hey, man, let me say this real quick before we chop up the defense. Don't be surprised if we drop one Thursday, man. I'm just saying, it's divisional game. Cleveland has played us tough last few years. Short week. I'm just saying, don't get so down on yourselves if we happen to lose a game. We're on a 4-game winning streak. You just got to look at all the variables. However, man, Kenya, man, let me tell you something. I never imagined that this was going to be the outcome of this game the way it unfolded. Because, you know, coming into it, I'm saying, I like our defense, but I just don't trust that our offense will score enough points to beat the Rams. I never imagined that we would keep a Rams offense from scoring a touchdown. And everybody played good. I mean, even I was seeing Joe Hayden flying around out there, being in position. It was times when you seen Minka. I mean, ain't much more we can say about him, but you seeing him be in position. Like, even if somebody is in front of, let's say, one of those plays, I think it was, I want to say it was Edmonds, and Minka's right there to help. The play with Joe Hayden, I can't wait to take a look at that on the All-22 when Devin Bush was doing a great job underneath. And Goff assumed that he had that matchup, throws it high, Joe Hayden back there picks it off. But the pressure, once again, and I know the Rams, you know, they didn't have their full offensive line, but you're supposed to beat up on guys who are in front of you. Cam Hayward was wreaking havoc. Your boy 48 was doing his thing. And what else can we say about J.J. Watt? But I was really impressed, man, by that second. TJ, excuse me. Really impressed by the way the secondary was balling tonight. I mean, that gave me some confidence that, I mean, even, you know, Steven Allen again. Steven Nelson, excuse me. I ain't hear his name much. He made some plays out there. And Robert Woods, I ain't hear his name called too often. We held Kupp to what, one catch? Or did he have any catch?
No, Kupp didn't get a catch.
Come on, man.
He had donut.
The defense is balling. And what you think about him, man? Like, did you think that performance would show up in tonight's game?
Well, I think I just remember the text that you sent because after this was during the game. I remember the text that you sent where you just weren't confident in our offense, and you thought that would be a factor in us losing the game. And then when you really break the game down, the offense, by their miscues, gave up 9 points. The defense gave up 0.
Yeah.
So you have to look at it like, and the one thing that me and you were talking about this week, which I think is a big thing, and I'm pretty sure you'll get to look at it at the All-22. I hope you really dive into it. Is when they get into the bunch, that's a weakness of our defense. It has been a weakness of our defense because of communication.
Yeah, definitely.
We always get exposed in that defense when they get into a bunch. Our defense, whether we playing zone or we playing man, and I like the way that they played it today. They really played it well, and Minka's range, as far as like knowing when, reading the quarterback's eyes, knowing when to come up and make a play and help out, you know, because the Rams would target 28. And they would go after Barron on certain plays. And Minka made 2 plays, I thought, especially when 28 was covering, that I thought were really good. You know what I mean? He broke up one and almost picked the other one. You know what I mean? So, you know, I like what Minka does is you can't buy that. You know, you can't really. Well, actually, we did buy that. We paid the first round pick for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll take it.
It's kind of like one of those type of things, and I would agree with you. It's so refreshing to be able to get pressure with 4. And we did that. We've been doing that the whole year. And I really appreciate that. That Cam Hayward has stepped up. Tuitt is out. Lou is playing well. TJ is a freaking, you know, he's an all-pro first teamer now. he's elite now. I said I was gonna wait, but he's elite now. He's getting sacks every game. He's elite. When they start getting holding calls on you, you're elite. So, he's an elite player. And 48 has played well this year. He's playing well within the system, and I'm actually proud of him. I mean, I'm just not calling him his name, but and the cornerbacks played well, and Hayden was flying all over the field. That was a great peel off that he made on the interception. That was a great peel off that he made. So for me, it's been like, it's beautiful. It's kind of like you want that. This is what you want out of defense. It's not the field curtain. It's kind of like a new little version of it. And I like the way they're playing. Their confidence is up. I even like the way Terrell Edmonds was playing in the back. He made plays. So, and they had him on Robert Woods. Robert Woods did have I think he had 7 receptions for 93 yards. And I think Everett had 8 for 83. Because Everett was getting open at certain points in the game. So, but other than that, hey man, that was an A+ effort on that Rams offense. Because one thing you have to realize, they run the same offense as San Francisco. San Francisco and the Rams run the same offense.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's basically the same offense. So, I was just happy. It was just so funny because when you were texting me, because you're always the positive one, and I'm always the skeptic. So it was just funny to have the roles reversed. It was just funny to me. So I was like, what are you talking about? But I understood your worries, and they were legitimate worries. Because, if we would have scored 21 points, if we would have put in 2 more scores with the way the defense was playing, the game would have been over.
Game would have been over. Yeah.
So,
and man, let me say this too, while to get your take on it, because I see, and shout outs to K Smooth, and this is not, coming at you or anything. I'm just saying, we can't think that every single play is going to be a stop, or receivers are not going to get open. Because I saw he commented, he said, receivers got open at certain times. So he said something about them being wide open at times. But you guys have to remember this. I mean, that's going to happen at some point in the game. And that's what I kept saying to Kenyon. What was scaring me the most is I was like, man, I don't know. Are we going to stop them every single drive? It's not likely. Right. We did. We only really surrendered a field goal, but you can't expect that the defense is not going to give something up. I mean, come on. Like, what are we asking for here? I mean, there's no defense that's perfect. You just want, to me, in the NFL, if you can keep a team under 20 points, the defense did their job. That's how I look at it. And so just because somebody's wide open on this play, and it's the same thing that happened with us. When we get dudes wide open, sometimes it's the right play at the right time against the right scheme. So I don't know sometimes what people expect. When you can't complain about every single reception or what have you, but that's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I don't have a. The reality of the situation is, there's somebody's always open in certain situations, but the one thing that can nullify all that is pressure. Mm-hmm. And as you saw, once we got pressure, you saw how Jared Goff's balls got when we got pressure on him. We got to him so much that when guys are open, you don't look that way because you're worried about the pressure. So that's what I call pressure. You pressure them. You don't have to necessarily always get a sack, but to make the quarterback think for one more second to make a play, just like Mason Rudolph, and people say hold on to the ball too long. Yeah, because he's basically a rookie, and he's not like Ben, where they're getting the ball out fast. And this offense isn't getting the ball out fast like in the past years with our old OC. He was trying to get Ben to get rid of the ball in 1 second. That's what he was trying to do. This offense is more predicated on you may hold on to it for a second. They're running play action. We didn't run a lot of play action a couple of years ago when we had the Killer Bees because we had, we just didn't run it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a give and take type situation. But yeah, people are going to get open. But the surprise is that we did so well in limiting the Rams from scoring in the red zone. And remember, the most important thing on defense is to get off the field on third down, and the Steelers did that. And that's been something that's bothered me forever.
Cowboys on the board.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look like a good game going here. But yeah, man, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that, man. We have to look at the total situation. Like I saw somebody else here say that Mason Rudolph, 2 consecutive weeks with a safety, he's got to get rid of the ball. To his defense tonight, this won't like the one at the Colts game. It wasn't no pump fake. It wasn't no roll. He had 0 time. I mean, Clay Matthews was on him immediately, and Aaron Donald right in his face. I feel like if he would have tried to throw that ball away, it probably would have got picked. Where was he going with that one? Now, last week, absolutely. Rookie mistake, even though he's not a rookie, but rookie mistake, pump faking in the end zone, then trying to run backwards. That was all him. But tonight, that was more play calling than anything.
And actually, if you want to be technical, since people are saying he should have got rid of it, Aaron Donald beat DeCastro. That was crazy. He just beat it. It wasn't even close. He was already there. So the best thing for Mason to do in that situation was to duck and just take the sack. If he would have tried to throw it, they probably would have knocked out his hand. It would have been 7, scoop and score, or scoop and cover in his zone. So to me, that was just a bad play call. He called a play action on the, what was that, the 5? Was that the 5-yard line?
It was something like that.
7? He called a play action. He called a play action, and then Aaron Donald beat DeCastro horribly. When you watch the game, if you rewatch the game, watch that play. Aaron Donald just comes straight in. He blows right past DeCastro, like he's not there. So that's not on Mason. This wasn't a Mason game. This is a Randy Fichtner, wide receivers, O-line. That was their game. That was their thing.
Yeah, he's still got his issues. He's still got his. It's still times where he's just not processing it fast enough. But these are the natural things that we're gonna have to see with any quarterback. Like I'm seeing him start to show signs. Well, I remember turning and telling Leonard during the game, he got the tools. I'm not at the point where I'm saying that this guy is trash or this guy is not gonna be anything. I'm allowing him to progress. And if a couple years from now, if he never progresses, then fine, we move on. But I'm going to give him the same time that we allowed bum Landry Jones. We allowed Landry Jones. So come on, man. And I'm seeing that if this kid could just fix a few things, I think Mason Rudolph could be somebody. He's tough. I love that. It's just, we'll see. I'm just not ready to throw him in the trash. I think he did fairly well tonight, even though he had some problems. I think he handled himself pretty well tonight. But we'll take a few more calls here, man. Let's take 3 more here before we talk. Area code 267. Keep it short for us. What you got for us, man?
All right. Hey, Sam, it's the Hawk. I'll be really quick. I think we need to take the Ben Roethlisberger goggles off. I think Mason tonight did really, really, really well. Okay? If we go back to 2004, Ben Roethlisberger comes in. Who are we comparing rookie Ben Roethlisberger to? We're comparing him to Tommy Maddox. Flat. Okay?
Yeah.
Who are we comparing Mason to? A 15-year quarterback who's going to the Hall of Fame. So I think people need to stop nitpicking at him and actually look at how he's progressing. He is doing a fantastic job. The wide receivers dropped more passes today than he had bad throws. And I think it speaks volumes that the coaches, even though it was a safety, Tomlin called it out and said that was bad call on his part because he owned it. But look at what position they were in, and they trusted him in that situation to draw back on the play action. Now, I know they got a safety. They're playing against the best, defensive lineman. I mean, what do you expect to happen? That was a bad call, but they still trusted him to execute that play. And I thought that spoke a lot of volumes on how the coaching staff thinks of him. And I think he's progressing very, very well. Made a lot of good throws today. You guys have a good evening.
Hey, man, I have nothing to respond to that. I think that was well said. Facts. We trying to compare this guy to Ben Roethlisberger. Can't deny that. Area code 810. What you got for us? 810. Yes, sir. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Black Hawk.
Hawk, what's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. I'm going to make this real quick, man. I just want to talk about Minka real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering, man, you think it's time for the NFL to start mentioning him as Defensive Player of the Year. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say, man. And say thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely, man. Let's hold that one in the tuck, Kenyon. Right after this third call, we'll get to that. But I definitely want to discuss that. Area code 678. What you got for us, man?
Thank you for taking my call, Sim. I would like to thank you, your wife, and your son for having patience to bring such a spectacular podcast where you involve the players' calls. But just like I said before, Sim, this team reminds me of 2005, baby. Okay? The defense is balling, and every game you see the offense growing. Okay? The offensive line is balling without Foster, keep in mind, too. And the running game, every time we had a nice run, the referees pulled the flag. But whatever. I'm telling you, Sim, last time you said playoffs, but okay, keep it. Yeah, buddy, you laughed. I'm saying, though, you said playoffs last time I called. I'm telling you, Sim, I only felt this way 3 times. I felt that way 2005. I felt that way when we went against Phoenix, and that year against Green Bay. I feel that because we are finding ways. Right now, our identity is finding ways to win. Thank you for taking my call, Sim. I appreciate everything you do, young man.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate that as well, man. And hey, and Kenya knows this is better than I do. I would love to be wrong. I would love to be sitting here after we win the game that gets us in the playoffs, and I'm looking right at y'all and say, hey, man, I did not see this coming, nor did I expect it. Let's see what happens. But I still feel that way. I still feel like this team, unless we can really, really grow, because y'all got to remember what I always say. I feel like I know the team around week 6, week 7. And from what I'm seeing now after the week 10 game, I don't see that the offense is going to get much better. There's a couple things you could tweak, but I just don't think that we are a threat enough or even consistent enough to where we can compete if we get into one of those games where, you know, because there's going to be teams that's going to be able to move the ball on our defense. It's going to happen at some point. I just don't see it. But, you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I would love to be, but I don't see it, man. What you think about that, Kenyon? And then, you know, after that, if you let's go into the Minka thing after that.
I agree with you. Well, I think the offense can get better as far as running the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, you know what I mean? That's I mean, if they can run the ball, that would open everything up. But I don't care how good you run the ball. If the receivers are catching wide open passes, you know, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, you know, Vance McDonald, as much as I like, you know, people like to remember him for the play he made against Tampa Bay and the plays he made because he's kind of like a diet version of Mark Bavaro in a lot of ways. I mean, he got to hold on to the ball, man. I mean, it's like he starts to running, and you know what I mean? You know, DBs now are punching balls out. That's what they're trying to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my frustration with that, and with James Washington carrying the ball in the wrong hand when he's breaking, when he makes the catch and he's carrying it in the wrong hand, where N'Keal Wobi just comes. You saw it. You just saw it. It was like, okay, he's about to get just knocked out, and you know he has to take care of the ball. It's just ball security. It's Juju without having the ball security issues. It's Deontay Johnson on the punt. And you know, Deontay is loose with the rock. He just is. He's a rookie. He's loose with the rock, and he's really little. So you know, you can punch it from him very easily. So you know, that would be my thing. I think the offense can grow if all those components can. You know, it just helps the defense if they can go on long drives and punching in and. You know, maybe Juju gets 2 receptions, but if he has 1 touchdown here, Deontay makes a play, you know, Vance makes a play, Vanette makes a play, I'm cool with it. And I don't even think the Roosevelt Knicks being there hurt us as much as – it's funny how people think Roosevelt Knicks is kind of like he helps us that much. But if you think about the plays he's been in, he got James Conner loose. He got a holding call the next time they ran that play, or ran a play similar to that.
Yeah.
So I always remember the other plays, you know what I mean? Because we're not running the ball like that. So if we were a ground and pound team like the Baltimore Ravens, that's a different discussion. But, you know, we're really not like that. So I agree with you. I think the offense can grow, but I just think it can grow if we can run the ball a little bit better. And it could be a product of Jalen Samuels. He's not really an inside runner. Terrell Edmonds is a kind of like a one-cut guy. I like Tony Brooks James. I like what he was doing because he got a little scat to him, a little speed to him.
You seen it, yeah.
I like him. I like that. You know what I mean? So, but you know, if you can get certain players back, you know, to me, what Connor does that's better than the other backs is Connor has one cut, but he also has a little jitter, and he will finish the run. That's the one thing you like about Connor. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think if the running game can improve, that'll be good. And I have a feeling we may see Connor Thursday. So, you know, I'm cool with it right now. I think, like you said, it's a work in progress, man. It's a work in progress. I have to be patient. You know, like me and you are the same. We have to be patient. I look at the big picture. I have to be patient with the offense. I can't complain. Me and Sim complain all the time, tweeting back to each other, texting back to each other during the game.
Yeah.
We just lose it. You know what I mean? So, but it's all good. You know, we have to understand it's a big picture view. But those catches, those drops, that's what stymies our offense. That's the thing that people should really watch. The little drop on the 3rd and 4, the drop on the 3rd and 7. You know what I mean? The little flare. You know what I mean? All that stuff is just, it accumulates and puts you in bad position. And it really makes the Steelers offensive coordinators not want to call certain plays. Think about it. Because, you know what I mean? They're not even trusting it. Like, I don't even know if this is going to work. So, you know, that's my take on it. I'm a wait-and-see guy when it comes to our offense.
Yeah, and I did want to comment real quick, just peeking over at the chat. That was kind of cute, man. You know, and y'all know if I'm saying cute, there's a reason why. Well, it's kind of cute, the little bootleg, the little play-action joint. It worked a couple times late in the game, but you saw what happened when we went to it too many times. A ball almost ended up a fumble when they knocked the ball out. So I just need to, at this point, I need Randy, if we can't find consistency, he needs to keep mixing things up. Because that's one thing that I think we do a lot, is we fall in love with a certain play, and sometimes we run it a little too much. But I did like that wrinkle, though. I'm not going to lie. I did like when he did that. You know, I think if we did that again on the 4th down to get the first. So that was cool. That was cool. So Minka, man, is he in the talks for Defensive Player of the Year, you think?
You kind of can't not say he isn't, because since he's been on he has 5 turnovers. That's ridiculous. He has 2 run backs for touchdown in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of gotta, you know, give him his due. It's kind of like, you know, and since we talk about Minka, everybody in the chat, and I remember who you are. I remember all y'all. who said we shouldn't have gave up a 1st round pick for Minka Fitzpatrick. There's somebody in the draft we could have got. Who? Because if Minka was coming out this year, he might go 1 or 2. That's how he's playing. So all you people who had the Minka or the Steelers don't give up our picks, hate, and looking for next year, you guys are really quiet. I don't see the same energy. I'm not feeling it. Because you know you're wrong. It was a gamble. The gamble has paid off. This dude is a stud. As Tony would say, since he's not here, he is a lotto stud.
Lotto stud. Yes, sir.
It is what it is. The dude is everywhere. He's you know, I told Sim earlier, I texted Sim and Tony earlier, and I said, the difference between him and Sean Davis is that Sean Davis is not a natural free safety. Minka is a natural free safety, and you can see it just by the way they play. Ball tipped, I'm picking it off. Sean Davis will never pick the balls off like that, ever. So I just find it interesting, those people that had that take on the pick situation. I'm gonna be happy during the draft. However we finish, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
That we don't have a 1st round pick. I'm gonna be ecstatic. So, you know, he is the best safety we've had since, you know, Troy. And you have to look at it this way. We got him for 3 more years, man. We got him for 3 more years. They can just build on that. And he's helping Terrell. He's helping Terrell Edmonds. He's helping Nelson. He's helping Joe Hayden. It's making Joe Hayden. It's like Joe Hayden is, been drinking some youth juice. You know what I'm saying? He's making plays. Or he's jumping everywhere. So, it's that defense. To me, the defense can only grow because you have to look at all the youth on the defense as far as like Devin Bush and Minka. And look, I just want those people who were criticizing the pick and saying it was a horrible pick. I just want y'all to show up now. And what do you have to say? Because you can't say anything. You can't say, well, if we had this, we could have got who? There's nobody else in that draft except for there's only one person I would even consider it a fair trade. If we would have got the number 1 pick, we could have drafted the kid out of Ohio State, Chase Daniels. That's the only guy.
Chase Young.
That you could convince me. Chase Young, my bad. Chase Young. That we could. That's the only guy to consider because he's a monster. But other than that, nah. I don't care about the Alabama quarterback. I don't even care about Joe Burrow. There was people in the chat talking about drafting Joe Burrow. I was like, for what? So sometimes you got to own your stuff. You know what I mean? I told y'all in the chat I would own my stuff if 48 played well. I'll call him his real name.
48, baby. First 48.
We're a year out of that. So, but it's and Sim knows this better than anybody. Because we talked about it a lot when that trade went down. And I just think I'll put it this way. I didn't see this coming, and I'm pretty sure Sim didn't see this coming. We didn't see this out of him. I don't know what they were doing to him in Miami, but we didn't see this. We didn't see all this. So, to me, it's just it's been a blessing in disguise. I mean, I really think about it like, what if we have for 16 weeks? So, that's my take on Mika. Those people who hated on the trade, I don't see you in the chat. If you come back to the chat, have the same energy you had when you were dissing the trade. I want the same energy. But you can't say anything right now. I can't even say anything about Keith Butler right now. And I want to. But I can't.
Right.
So it is what it is. Sometimes you got to clap it up when they do well. Shake his hand and say, "Hey man, you did a great job." And Butler has been calling, some great defensive calls as of late. You know what I mean? Like I told y'all before, a year ago, my only beef with him is that when they play the Patriots, he doesn't call that defense. So, that's how I look at Keith Butler. I kind of judge him by the teams that we have to beat to get to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? But hey, as far as Mick go, hey man, he's defensive player of the year. Probably him and I would put T.J. Watt in there. He would get consideration.
Yeah, T.J. Baller too.
He has
he up there.
Consideration
he got 2 more tonight, didn't he? Or at least 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5. So I will put TJ in there. He forced the fumble. He didn't recover. He forced the fumble. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'll probably put those two, and I always put Aaron Donald in there. So
Aaron Donald was eating tonight.
Aaron Donald, and so they're in the running. If they play like that the whole year, you have to really give them consideration. So to answer that question, I would put Minka in the defensive player of the year conversation. Yes, he would be in my top 5 right now, and I would put T.J. Watt. If he's not in my top 5, he'd be in my top 8 because he's playing that well. So.
Yeah, man, I can't deny that. So, guys, I guess we're going to take 3 more quick calls, and we'll spend a little bit of time after that, and we'll probably wrap up for the night. But just to give y'all an update, man, Cowboys is back, baby. 14-14, yep. So they making my Vikes pick not look good right now. But that was an outstanding catch by Randall Cobb, man. Still getting it done. But, all right, man, let's go. 3 more quick calls, man. First up, area code, and we know who this is, 931. What you got for us, man?
Hey, Sim, what it do, bruh? This your boy Rough House from Rough House Boxing TV, calling you live from a planet called Clarksville, Tennessee, man. What's going on with you tonight?
What's good, man? How you feeling, brother?
Man, I feel ecstatic, bro. Hey, in my DJ Khaled voice, I gotta say, another one. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ugly money spin too. That's what it is, man. Hey, but I got something for the congregation real quick, man. I want to take all y'all to the book of Rooney, chapter 12, verse 16. And it says, and the Lord looked down at the Steelers secondary, and he said that it was not good for Joe Hayden, Stevie Nelson, and Terrell Edmonds to be alone. So he reached down into Miami and he plucked out Minka Fitzpatrick, and he stood over him and toiled and covered him in black and gold. And then he stepped back when he was finishing. He looked and said, "This is good." Man, the boys is balling. What's going on with that secondary, man? Hey, Minka, like my like the homie just said, man, got Joe Hayden re-energized. You know what I'm saying? Like he took a football from the youth pill, man. Hey, but quiet as kept, that boy Stevie Nelson is on that other side, locking people down, keeping them quiet. I mean, like gag order. You know what I'm saying? Like non-disclosures, NDAs. You can't say nothing when you on Stevie Nelson's side. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole defense, man. Hey, everybody that's listening, please go to Rough House Boxing TV. I'm starting GoFundMe for our offense so we can get that new push to start offense, and hopefully it can get going, man, because I'm tired of this 1971 Gremlin style offense that we got going on, man. And hey, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the homie Sim, because if you ain't subscribed to Sim, you're slipping on your pimple. You know what I'm saying, man? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get the notifications when we put out all this good content, man. Y'all already know what it is. I am that boy Box. This is Rough House Boxing TV, and y'all make sure y'all stop by the house. Just remember to wipe your feet and close the door behind you. And I'm out. Gee.
Y'all know we always enjoy Rough House, man. Always coming through, hitting us with them quotables and saying some good things at the same time. So appreciate it, man. Appreciate you coming through, and make sure y'all go check him out, man. Especially if you into boxing, go check him out. Hit him up in the chat too, man. If y'all want to, make sure you get the right links and all of that. Next up, area code 386. What you got for us?
What up, Sam? It's your boy D from Florida. You know how I am. Watching the game today, man. I told you at the beginning of the season when we talked, I called in. I wasn't worried about the defense. I was worried about the offense.
Yeah.
Putting Minka back there, man, you see the difference between Joe and Stevie in the linebackers, man. They got trust. They trust that he's gonna be where he needs to be. So they can undercut. They can play a little tighter. They're not worried about getting beat because they know that help on the top. And I even like Edmonds, man. Edmonds always around the ball. Even if he get a bad call, he's there. He's not beat. He's step for step. He got the speed, and he's just gonna get better too. You gotta understand, our whole team is young, bro, except for the O-line and Cam Hayward. And our team, we got second, third year players. Our wide receivers is a third year, second year, and a rookie. Our quarterback is a second year, so we learning how to win, but we winning. I give that all the Tomlin. Defense is awesome, man. Just watching these boys play, they got so much confidence now, knowing that, that over the top is locked down. They ain't getting beat deep. That makes a big difference, man. Anybody who's ever played sports, who's ever played any baseball, football, basketball, any sport, when you watch Minka, he has those natural instincts. He is around the ball because he's diagnosed. He's a film watcher. He's diagnosed the plays. He's smart. He knows where they want to go with the ball. Even if he's not making the play, he's influencing the play. And that makes a big difference. When you're on defense and you're in that meeting room and you like, hey, this is where they want to go. This is where they're going to try to exploit us. And you see that, and he's making those calls on the back end, what Sean Davis couldn't do. And remember, I don't know if you remember I said, if Sean Davis can get our defense in the right place, we got the athletes and the speed to make plays. Minka's getting us in the right place, and those athletes are making plays. TJ Watt, Bud Dupree, they're getting rushes because they're not worried about the ball coming out too quick and being exhausted.
2-minute warning.
See that across the board. Even you got to remember, we ain't even got Stephon Tuitt in there right now. Like, the other thing is, I love when they need to keep Vince Williams in more, especially on rundowns. He makes a big difference. You can see the difference. When Barron's in there, we're getting gashed. When Vince Williams in there, we're not getting gashed. On offense, they're young, they're growing. I think
time's up.
We got to jump in right here, man. We got to keep them calls short, guys. With 386, we definitely appreciate you, man. Don't make us have to mute you. Well, we gotta get it, keep it going. But we appreciate you. You made some great points. So I don't take away from that. But I gotta keep it keep it short, man. We already running short on time, but appreciate your call. I don't think I can disagree with anything he mentioned there. He's right. You know, you get a guy in the back end and you can allow other guys to roam, you know, and play free. There you have it. You know, Minka is making a difference, and now teams got a game plan around this dude. You know, so
yeah,
I love it,
at
man.
that point, we're there now. We're there now.
Yeah.
We got a game plan against them.
But man, Kenya, a couple other things, man. I guess we can sum up really quick. And I mentioned this. I think I texted to you guys, but I remember turning and telling Leonard this. If you were a Rams fan, Sean McVay, what in the world were you thinking on that punt fake? Now, I understand that the hacker, you know, we know his track record. Everybody's been talking about this guy. You know, he's almost a sure thing. He's an ex-quarterback, et cetera, et cetera. They do it very well. But at that point, here's the reason why, a couple reasons I disagree with it. First of all, it's on like your own 28, 29 yard line, something like that. It's 4th and 2. You might get it, maybe not. But here's the real reason why I thought it was stupid. You're facing a struggling Steelers offense. Why would you take the chance or risk the chance of helping that offense out by turning the ball over if you don't get that 4th down? Then it gets picked off, and we caught a break there because I almost forgot. Trey Edmonds, he fumbles that on the interception.
Yeah.
But they said he was down. But again, ball security. But man, I'm telling you, I thought that was a stupid call by Sean McVay. And I generally love aggressive coaches, and I actually love their style of offense. But that at that point, nah, bro. Horrible mistake.
Yeah, that wasn't a good call. It really looked worse because how the Steelers were just ready for it.
Yeah.
That's why it looked worse, because they were just ready for it. And I think, you know, once you run that play and you're successful with it, now everybody in the league has a blueprint on it, and you have to pick your spots. So I know they tried one in London, and that was recent. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, like you say, it's like I like aggressiveness, but I don't like the spot where he tried to do that. I don't like, you know, how he tried to call that play in that situation.
Yeah.
And, you know, fortunately for them, they just didn't. You know, we just couldn't do anything with it. But it's just, I would agree with you. I think, you know, but you know, Tomlin's made a call like that before. Remember, we were yelling about that a year ago.
He has.
You know, so I don't know.
And remember, Rosie Nick celebrated too. He ain't even get the first down.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. I remember that now. I definitely recall that.
Come on, man. Tom don't get off the hook. He did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I don't know, man. It's hard to, you know, you kind of got to look at it. You know, those 4th down calls, it's like, you know, I mean, if you want to have the real conversation, the 4th and 1 that we converted was a big risk.
Yeah, it was.
I just felt like, and remember you said you weren't confident in that, and I wasn't confident in it. And then, like you said, when they did the rollout, I said, but it was 2 people. He had 2 options.
Yeah, he did.
It was 2 people open on the play. So it was, you know, it's a gamble. You know what it is, Sam. It's a gamble. You can't be ultra conservative and just be too conservative. Like you know, I want to mention no name, like Herm Edwards used to be. You know what I mean? You can't do that. So, you know, Sean McVay, he's an up and coming coach. I really like him because I like his personality.
Yeah, I do too.
But that was tough, man. And I think he was just trying to get something started because they really couldn't move the ball the way that they wanted to. You know, they didn't go up and down the field, and getting in 3rd and longs is what I'm realizing about our defense is getting 3rd and longs. Once the defense grows even more, that's going to be like a death knell for offenses because you're not even going to have the time to get rid of it. You know what I mean? But Keith Butler always finds a way to let somebody back into it with those long, deep 3rd and 18. They get 17, and they did it today. They did it today and they did it last week. Playing that zone, playing that. I think. Well, look on all 22. Tell me were they playing the cover 3? I want to know, or what were they playing, or were they playing the cover 2? Because it was frustrating to me.
Yeah, that was a long throw too. You talking about the one to Woods, right? Robert Woods on the sideline.
Yeah, the Robert Woods.
Yeah, man.
Robert Woods, yeah. Yeah, I wonder what that was, because I'm sitting there going, what are they doing? But, I'm with you on that. It's, it was kind of like that's when he frustrates me. That's why I don't have a glowing recommendation of him. You know what I mean? But I like what he's doing right now, so I got to give it up.
Yeah, man. The other thing I wanted to mention before we go, guys, if Mason Rudolph can be the guy he was on that drive, I got the notes here. The drive when he went back-to-back to Washington. Well, I don't know if it was back-to-back, but that first throw on the Washington touchdown. Y'all remember that first throw he threw? It might have been a third down where he hit Rudolph hit Washington. It was quick. That's what I need.
Yeah.
I need him to be decisive like that. If he can do that, that's the type of quarterback we need. Make your decision and read the field. That was an excellent throw. Great catch by Washington. Then later on we go on, and it was a nice throw that he threw to him in the end zone. Great catch again by Washington. So this guy to me doesn't suck. That's the last thing I would say before we close it out here, guys, is I don't think the guy sucks. I think we just have to be patient. We have to watch him grow. He's either going to grow, or he's either going to, or he's not going to. And it's just that simple. I just don't know why we, in the midst of winning, even though they're struggling, I don't know why we're so quick to try to make a quarterback change and all of that. Like, we winning. Let's just let him grow, man. These are growing pains. And again, Ben Roethlisberger is coming back next year. So if you still expecting, I see some of y'all in the chat, we're going to blow through team. Listen, we're going to talk more about this on Tuesday. And I'll be happy to get Kenyon back on and Tony, because Tony missed tonight. Maybe we have another round table at some point on that show. Don't act like we just going to beat Cleveland. I don't know why. Don't put them blinders on and think that the Steelers are just steamrolling right now. Remember, our offense scored 7 points. Yeah, well, we got a field goal, but we scored 10 measly points. The Cleveland Browns actually have as much talent on their side too, as far as defensively. There's Myles Garrett. There's Denzel Ward. They got speed out there. Don't act like it's just going to be easy. And, again, we'll save the discussion for Tuesday, but Nick Chubb, the way he runs the football, the way he ran it today, come on, man. I'm just saying. Don't act.
They got old boy back too.
Who is, Lord. Sure do. Kareem Hunt. So.
Today was his first game.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying. Let's not act as if we just gonna go into Cleveland and beat the brakes off them. No. Now, can we disrupt Mayfield? Yeah, I'm sure we could probably get to him and we could probably rattle him a little bit. But there's still OBJ out there. There's still Landry. They still got some other guys. They still got what's the other dude, man? I'm forgetting his name now. One of them tight ends.
One of them is hurt. And then the other one, one of them is hurt. Their main guy from Miami.
Yeah, and Joku is hurt, but the other dude is Joku, talented.
The other kid, 6'7", guy, yeah.
So
you're right. They do still have him. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a tough one, and we could lose it. I mean, again, you got to remember, man, this same Cleveland team beat the Ravens, and y'all know how divisional football goes. So I'm just saying, this was a great win today. But if we go there and lose, I mean, listen. We're gonna lose at some point because we're not. I still don't think we're that team that's just gonna go on a full-blown run. We already on a 4-game win streak. A loss is coming at some point, and it might be this Thursday on a short week, and we're a little banged up on offense as far as running back. So we'll see. But outside of that, man, Kenyon, anything else you want to hit on tonight, man? Before we go, like I said, I probably might as well say it now. I'll probably have you and Tony back on Tuesday if y'all can make it.
No, I don't have. You said it best. I mean, I'll talk about the Cleveland. I'll talk about the Thursday game, like you said on Tuesday. I'll reserve my thoughts for that. But you said it best. I mean, we'll expound on that further because I agree with you. I mean, it's almost an agreement. I don't have to say anything. It's kind of like we already know what's gonna happen. It's like short week, guys injured. You have to prepare. Cleveland still have talent, and that's the only thing that they have. The Cleveland issue isn't talent. The Cleveland issue is the person who's calling the plays, the person who runs the team. That's their issue. So
there you go.
That's pretty much it.
So yeah, we'll do that, man. Hopefully, I'm thinking out loud right now. What I'll try to do is probably try to jump right into film study, and try to keep that to about 30 minutes and no more than that, and then we'll get Tony and Kenyon on, and we'll just have a little round table there. So the calls might be limited on that show, but y'all know. But all right, man, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. This was a great win. Well, let's just not get ahead of ourselves, but it's still a great win. So we'll see what happens come Thursday, and we'll be back, man, on Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We'll break down some film from this game, and we'll talk about the upcoming game. But outside of that, for myself and my good brother Kenyon, we out of here, man. So wait, I gotta give my closing. Don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. If you enjoyed what you saw, come on and be a part of the home team. If you didn't like it, you're welcome to hit the dislike button as well. But if you did like it, make sure you hit the like button. That helps out tremendously. Share the stream, share it with other fans, and make sure you cut on your notifications so you know when the streams are live. And if you want to donate to the cause, you can do so right here on YouTube. Click the $, should be in the bottom right corner of your chat. If you prefer Cash App or PayPal, that information is in the description. And there you have it. But outside of that, great win. Thanks for tuning in. Be safe. God bless. Have a good night. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday for Turbo Towel Tuesday. Peace.